Okay, y'all. Final thoughts on this for right now. Yep. So all the legal analysts said the same thing that I said, which was the Rico was an outrageous charge. Okay, so he was found not guilty on the most serious charges. That's kind of a no-brainer. And I hope that every single person who prayed for this man's downfall and all this slander, today your day ends with a slander. Okay, he was found not guilty for Rico, and he was found not guilty for sex trafficking with coercion or by force. And on top of that, they broke down the counts and said that Cassie and Jane Doe, whatever the hell her name was, both consented. They were not forced. In the eyes of the juror and the court, they said not guilty. And that is the common sense verdict. Okay, so I'm still a little pet peeve that, this case is bullshit. Like, the way I feel about it, honestly, guys, this case is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's a money grab. It's a setup. And I really feel like for him to even have guilty on like the most lesser charges, I think speaks volumes. It's almost like they had to give him something, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if his defense team can appeal that. I don't even know. But the latest, okay, the why I'm on here is the latest is that there are some talks, okay, from people outside and into the courthouse of New York City saying that there's a possibility, okay, that he could be coming home today, okay, while they, the whole thing, other things kick off. But for now, there is a possibility. And the way they're moving today, this morning, it could be that they already are going to decide this pretty quickly. You see what I'm saying? But they're basically saying that there's a possibility that he can even be back home today. In the meantime, which is like unheard of. I never even actually heard that before. There is a possibility of like an ankle monitor or something like that. But anyway, I'm telling y'all, God gave this man grace. And my wish right now, and I'm so happy for his daughters. I saw his family come out. I'm very, 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 very happy for them. And my temperature on this has changed a little bit because I saw the live footage and I heard that his family were clapping and Diddy himself clapped and turned in the gallery and was very happy. So I was happy that he was happy because I was not sure if they were actually satisfied with what happened. Because quite frankly, I was never the person to say, not guilty on all counts just because I'm not sure if they would have got him on smaller charges. And that's exactly what happened, right? They let him go on the bigger charges, the main charges, and then the smaller charges, they said, slap on the wrist. But how much time will he do? Will he do any time? Is a mystery now, but at least for today, they're going to put something in a petition for him to go home. And I think that he would be fucking over the moon. Can you imagine being in a fucking cell and I could kiss your kids and you can eat a proper meal, like, and you could take a shit, like, he's got to be over the fucking moon. And I'm happy. I think it's God's grace, guys. I'm not going to lie. I had a dream yesterday night and I shared some of that dream that I had from today on my TikTok. I have it up, the video's up, and he was one of the celebrities that came across in my dream. And what I was being told was that there are certain celebrities that literally are leaning on God's heart and they're crying out and they're surrendering, and Diddy is one of them. So God did him a miracle today, and I told you guys he's gonna need a miracle. Well, guess what, guys, that miracle happened. And there's even a bigger chance of him going home today and maybe even having a celebration dinner with his family. So listen, that's huge compared to people that were saying guilty on all charges, blah, 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 blah. They spoke too soon. I knew that it was cooked, okay? And I knew that they were not going to find him, with good conscience, they were not able to find him guilty for those major, major focal points of this case, which was Rico and sex trafficking. Not guilty. That speaks for itself. Not guilty. So, he got to take the wins where he can. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's going to be other sentences coming up. But at least for today, at least for now, there's a high possibility that he'll be able to just go back home. And maybe with some, little limitations here and there. But guess what? It's better than being in a fucking cell. Come on, guys. It's better than Diddy being in I'm sure he's happy being in a mansion, being in a luxury hotel than being in a fucking cell. Anybody would. So, come on. That's a W. That's a win for the chat. Hello. So, yeah. So, to me, I just felt like it was weird. Like, how can you not find him guilty? How can you not find him guilty for what the whole case is about and then give him guilty for like the two the two other charges, the last charges that are like about transportation or some shit? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if he's not guilty on majority of other counts, then why would this be even a part of it? You see what I'm saying? That was my thinking, is, okay, well, if he's not guilty on Rico, not guilty on the big sex trafficking thing, then there's no case. You have no case against him in my eyes. So for now, I think that we should be celebrating that a family is not destroyed. We should be happy that God has given grace, because God's given grace to a lot of fucking queer people. Okay, let's just be real here. God has given grace to a lot of people who are not worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? None of us are worthy of God's forgiveness, but I really did pray for his family, and I really did feel like God was going to give him a chance at life again. I'm telling you guys, I really felt like God was going to give him a chance. I felt it so strongly this morning. And so I am not surprised. Whereas other people are saying, oh, it's a shock. It's not a shock to me, because guess what? I talked to God, and I had a dream about it. And not just that, I actually listened to the facts of the case and the evidence of the case, and they didn't have it. It wasn't a complete picture. And that was the whole point. And even other pundits and other channels said the whole point is reasonable doubt, right? So originally it was a hung jury. That's what happened. They're saying now from yesterday, the day 2. But day 3, they said not guilty because they could not prove it. It's just kind of like common sense. So I think he needs to be taking his ass to God. Okay, church or not church, I don't know. But he needs to be kissing the ground when he gets in his house or penthouse or wherever the hell he gonna lay at his head tonight if he gets out and is able to go back to normal, some kind of normalcy. He has to be thanking God, because I'm telling you guys, I really believe that God gave him grace. That's what I feel. At the end of the day, I think God gave him grace, because he was raised in a very toxic environment. Even people that were against the free Diddy thing, even they said it's his parents' fault. They did. People all over the world said it's his parents' fault. So that's why I said God does not overlook those things. The trauma that people go through and then become adults, yeah, God does not wipe that off. God sees that. And that's why I think God gave him grace. I really think it's God. And honestly, I would not be surprised if he goes into doing like a gospel single or some shit. It'd be a great comeback. It'd be a great, full, complete story of restoration. And God did this for him. It wasn't even the juror. I believe it was God that gave this guy a chance to live again and live correctly and let go of the past trauma and addiction. That's what God did today. And we should be celebrating that, because not many people get that chance to repent, to change, to conform, to love their family the way they should have. And for that today, we thank God for that. Thank you guys for watching. Follow me, share, repost, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But yeah, I may or may not have another video after this for this morning. Maybe tonight or in the evening I'll do another video, but we'll see how I feel. But for now, I've done like 4 videos this morning. This video right here just really encapsulates how I feel. And I think I've said everything in this video. So thank you all for the likes, the hearts, the subscribes, the shares, the follows. But yes, I am not surprised by the verdict. I was a little upset that he still got something that didn't make any sense to the Rico and the sex trafficking, because if you don't have Rico sex trafficking, you basically have nothing. And that's really my perspective on it. But, they did what they did, and it was a common sense verdict. And so we thank God for the grace today. All right, love you guys. Take care. All the best to his family. All the best to his girls. But I'm looking forward to seeing if he's gonna walk out. Are they gonna show us him walking out? My God, God is good.